What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jacob Joseph, or you may know me on here as JJ Beard Barber. So today's video is gonna be on a little beard trim. As you can see, my beard is pretty out of whack. It's been about a couple weeks since I really cleaned it up. I see you guys in the comments, you guys been asking me, how do you do your beard? How do you fade it like that? Or how do you get that style? So today, I'm gonna walk you through it all. All right, it's gonna be a step-by-step live. I'm gonna talk to you guys, show you guys what I'm doing, showing you guys the clippers, the trimmers, everything that I'm going to be using for this video. So if you guys do find that helpful, everything I've been using in the video will be down below in the description, so you guys can find anything you guys need. I also have some codes in there that will save you guys some money. But yeah, so that's what the video is going to be on. I've been doing kind of my hair back a little bit with a little bit of flow, and then I've been kind of just tapering the side. And then for the beard, I've been doing that Italian beard fade, but with a little bit of a twist because I don't really cut off my mustache since my mustache hair is a little bit fuller. I don't want to go and cut that off and then have that whole bad grow back. So I'm just going to be fading down the sideburns into the bulk, taking some of this length off right here, and that's about it. So let's get into the video. All right, so first what we're going to do is just go ahead and brush out your beard. You could either use a boar brush if your beard's a little bit shorter. Since my beard's a little bit longer, I don't really use the boar brush when it comes to like picking out my beard. The best thing would be is to use a pick, but you don't want this plastic one, right? You want the one with the metals. This was just a cheap one that I got. So the best ones are the ones with the metal, be better. But go ahead and pick out your beard if it's pretty long. All right, so the reason we do that is obviously just to pick out the beard so your hair is at its full length. All right, so like I said, we're gonna be doing that beard fade. So first we're gonna start with our trimmer to start our guidelines. So I'm using this trimmer right here. This is the Saber trimmer by Stylecraft. And what I'm gonna do is just go from pretty much the top of my lip right here, all the way back and cut off my sideburn. For video purposes, so you can see, I'm gonna do it this way. But what I would do is probably come down like this, but I'm gonna block the camera. Now is a good time to use the brush. When you're working with shorter beards or more fine detailed, you want to use a boar brush because it'll really clean off all those hairs so you can really see what you're working with. All right, I'm gonna probably take off about right here to give myself some room to taper up. There you go. And then what you do to one side, if you want to be fast, it's better whatever you do to one side, do to the other side, so you're not going back and forth and keep, switching guards and things like that. And always use your ears as reference. So this side, you can tell I went right to my bottom of my earlobe, like right here. So I'm going to use that as a reference. That I want to come about right here. There you go. Okay. Next step, grab your shaver, right? And go ahead and bald out right here. If you're not too experienced, don't even touch the shaver, to be honest. I know it gives you that clean and very bald look, but if you're not really comfortable, just take this part out or wait until the very end when you have everything faded and then go ahead and touch up the spot. Okay, next we're gonna take our clipper, we're gonna open up the blade all the way, all right? So when it's closed, that means it's at its most closed position, which means the blades are closest together, and that's gonna cut at the true number. So right now when it's fully closed, this is a 0. When it's open, it's a half, all right? So if you put a 1 guard on there, or a 3mm, right? When it's closed, it's a true 1 guard, right? When you open it, it's a 1.5 guard, all right? So I hope that makes sense. Open is longer, so it means it's gonna cut less hair. When it's closed, it means it's closer and it's gonna cut more hair, right? So first we're gonna start with the blade open. And what we're gonna do is just make a guideline from right here all the way straight back. All right, we're gonna go about the width of my pinky is about the guideline that we're gonna do. And when you do it, you wanna leave the blade right on your face, all right? You don't wanna dig in like this, angled, because then that's how it's gonna be hard to fade things out. Just keep it flat on your face and just keep that same movement, all right? It's gonna be a little bit weird, but you wanna keep that consistent right on your face and up and down. You don't wanna start angling and changing the blade. Okay, and that's it, see? Perfect. All right, while we're here, we're gonna go ahead and do that with our side piece. Just like that, simple. Next step is grab the 1 guard, or for your other people that don't use guards like this and you're using with millimeters, this is a 3 millimeter, all right? So snap on that, open the blade, do the same thing. Okay, while we're here, we're just gonna close it and hit that line right here, okay? It's not gonna take it out, but it's gonna soften it up a little bit. So when you come with our half guard later, it'll make it easier. Okay, see that? See how that line got a little bit lighter now? It's not as dark. You can still see it, but it's not as, you know, hard to the line. I'm gonna try making this as simple as possible. Just follow the same system, we keep it consistent. And the reason why we do that is because we already got the guard on there now, so might as well close it, do that step real quick, so later on when we switch guards, we don't have to keep going back and forth. And always pay attention to the way your hair is growing, right? So as you can tell, my hair is growing like straight down, kind of out. Especially this side grows out this way. This side's kind of the same thing, it's growing more straight down. So you want to go against the hair, right? So going against is, if your hair is going down, you're going up, right? If you want to go with it, your hair is going down, you go down with it as well, right? If your hair is going left, you want to go against it, you go right, right? Just go opposite of whatever the hair is growing. That's going with or against the grain. So that's what people mean when they do that. All right, the next step is the 1.5 guard, all right? Or this is a 4.5 millimeter, okay? This is between the 1 guard and the 2 guard. They added this to help making fading a little bit easier. So some people might not have it, but if you do, it's a 4.5 millimeter. This is gonna be our next step. Put it on, open the blade. Close it. And what I really like about this clipper is it has this echo blade on there, so you can really hear the crunch. So like when I'm fading, you could hear what I'm cutting, right? If you can't hear anything cutting, then it means you need to get a smaller guard because that guard is too big. All right, lastly, which this might be our last guard, but we might do one more. This is the 2 guard or the 6mm, right? Go ahead and start with that. Opened. And really when it comes down to this part, my jaw's right here, right? You don't want to take this guard any lower than your jaw. You want to be right above your jaw, okay? You don't want to take this fade too low where it gets past your jaw. It's going to be looking weird. Unless you got a really short beard, like a 4 guard or lower, or like a 6 guard, something like that. But my beard's longer than an 8 guard, right? My beard is probably a good 2 inches long. So you don't want to go past your jawline because then that's when you're going to lose the shape of your beard and it's not going to look good. So my jaw's right here, so I'm staying right above it. I'm using that blade, staying right above it. And since my hair's all flowing back right now, I don't really need to use a 2 guard because I want to leave all this length. I mainly just gotta fade this out. So that'll be later when we go back down to the half guard. So I'm gonna use this for the hair. This side looks a little bit more bulkier than this side. So I might touch the 2 up here a little bit. So now that we got this all pretty much faded into the darkness of my beard, now it's time to take out this line. So we have a line up here, right? That was from our trimmer that we created in the bald line. And then we have this line right here, which was from that 1 guard open. And then we closed the 1 guard to closed, and that's what we kind of did here. And then this is pretty much all faded out beneath that. So what we're gonna do is grab our half guard, all right? This is a 1.5mm. We're gonna put that on, we're gonna start with an open, and we're gonna start using like 1/2 to 3/4 of the blade, right? We wanna go flat, we kinda wanna just start picking. All right, we wanna just pick these dark spots out, you know, all right here. Just kind of pick all that out until this is all faded out and all we have left is this top line. And since this is a more detailed guard, it's a smaller guard, instead of going from straight open to close, we're gonna start from open, go down 2 notches where it's halfway, and then all the way, all right? Because it's more detailed, so you wanna close the lever a little bit more, so you become more detailed. But when you're using the bigger guards, like a 1 guard, I mean, if you're more experienced, after 1 guard and up, you could just go from open to close. If you're not as experienced with a 1 guard, I would still probably do that same system, open, halfway, closed. But once you get to a 2 guard, a 3, the 1.5 guard, the 2 guard, the 3 guard, 4 guard, that you could just go from open and close. So right now we're going to the 2nd notch in the middle. Now we're going to close all the way. Okay, see how that all got faded out now? So now this is all faded out. We might have to go back and do some detail. You know, I see some dark spots right here, you know, a little bit right here. You come back and touch that up, that's fine. For the most part, it's all pretty faded. Now we gotta just worry about this top line. But before I touch that top line, I'm gonna take that same half guard and try to fade out this line right here. All right, so now we're gonna take the guard off. There's two ways you could do this. You can start with the blade closed, tack that line and work your way open, or you can start open and then work your way closed. All right, so it really kind of depends on you. If it's hard for you to take out that bold line, sometimes it's better just to start closed, hit that line real quick, and then open it, and then work your way back down. And that's the way I'm gonna show you guys, just so you kind of get a reference. So I'm gonna start closed, take this line out, and then open it, and then work my way, and then meet in the middle, all right? Start with the closed, and you're going very minimal. You know, you're really just tapping at that line. Go a little bit past it, up. A little bit past it, up, right? Don't be flicking at it, be a little bit underneath it and up. See, just like that, that already looks pretty blended, right? Also, you can do detail work, but you know, if you weren't that good, that would be perfectly fine, right? I think that looks pretty faded. Obviously, there's details, and that's why we were gonna do that. So now I'm gonna start with the all the way open and go beneath where you're at. Okay, bam. Just like that. It's pretty much faded. I just see this dark spot right here. There's probably some stuff behind my ear, but I can't really see that far. But I'm gonna work on this right here. So I'm gonna start with that 1.5 guard, the 4.5 millimeter. Start with the open first, see if it'll cut that. If not, I'll work my way down, all right? That already made a little bit of difference, but I wasn't cutting too much, so I'm gonna close it. That looks pretty good right there. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna leave that for now. I'm gonna go ahead and finish fading this out. I'm gonna take the half guard because I still feel like I need to do some detail work. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. Let's go and finish the other side now. Okay, so we got that half guard, same thing. All right, so the same thing, close it, tack that line. Open all the way. All right, I think that's pretty good. Now take your trimmer, just Got a little detail. Whenever you're doing detail work, or if you're like, you know, trying to just pick out things, always use the corner, never use the full blade. Okay. So we pretty much have the fade all done. That's pretty much how you do the fade work. Now we're gonna get into the beard. Well, actually, let's see. I'm gonna go with lineup. All right, we're gonna go and line everything up. Line up the mustache, line up the back, line up the neck. See how that looks, and then from there is we'll determine what we're gonna shape or what length we're gonna cut out from the beard. All right. So for the mustache, I do like to use a comb like this, just because it's very fine tooth, so it could really get those little hairs. Comb those all down. I don't know why, I get a lot of people saying they don't know how to do the mustache, or they say it's too hard. So you can tell my mustache is fully overgrown, right? So what we're gonna do, if you're trying to leave a bigger mustache, you know, you kind of just leave that and just kind of snip the hairs. I'll probably get some scissors and just kind of snip a little bit of the hairs, but I don't like that look. I like to keep it nice and clean where you can see my lip, so my smile looks better. Also, you can tell from the side here, like you can't really see my lip from the side because the hair covers it. So what we're gonna do is clean over that. So from the side profile, you'll see my lips and my smile compared to all the hairs covering it. I like the length of my mustache right now. It's probably, I would say about a 2 guard maybe. So that's just for reference for those who ask like, what's your mustache length? I'll say about a 2 guard would probably be good, but I'm gonna leave it. I like the length. All I'm gonna do, very simple. Do a small grin, like that, and literally just follow the outline of your lip, right? My lip kind of has like a V right here, like it does this. So I'm gonna angle it and really just tap the corners and watch, I'll expose my lip, and then that'll give you a guideline to keep going. Okay, you see that? See that little guideline right there? You can see how now my lip is more exposed. It's coming up. Now we're gonna just follow that straight down. And really make sure to come up a little bit because these hairs are hanging over, right? So if you're just tapping right here, you're gonna cut all the hairs right here, but all these hairs are gonna be hanging over, so it's not gonna look right, right? You wanna smile and come up a little bit so you get those top hairs. See? I mean, that's good like that, you know, your lip is exposed, but see what I mean? You can't see my lip from the side, right? There's hairs covering. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna turn a little bit to the side and clean that up. And what that's gonna do is connect from my soul patch area, this area, that's gonna come up and cut all that hair, and that's gonna connect and kind of give you that boxy look. For this part, you don't really need a smile. All right. Whew. Man. And then stick your tongue in there and you'll see those hairs, cut those. All right. See now from the side, you can see my lip now. All right, so this hair isn't covering it as much. It's more open. See how this side looks compared to this side? All right, now we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna follow that up, make that first guideline, connect it, come up, and just touch up whatever's off. Okay, there you go. Now I got lips. Okay, next is gonna be line up the top of the mustache. I don't like to do anything too crazy. I literally just tuck up, cut those little hairs. I don't like to push it too thin, nothing like that, all right? I just get these little hairs up here that are sticking up. See, just like that. Got those loose hairs that were hanging over, gives it more of a defined look to the lip or to the mustache, but I didn't dig down too much where I'm gonna get nasty regrowth. This is gonna grow out very natural and it's gonna last me a lot longer. Even doing something like this on your beard is gonna look a lot more natural and last you a little bit longer. I know it is a fade, but you don't have that defined line. So this is all gonna grow naturally and then grow into that line. If you don't have as thick of or full of a beard, it's gonna be a little bit different, but the beard fade is still gonna help make your beard last. Okay, and there you go. That's it for the mustache, we're done. All right, now when working on the back side of the beard, you can do one of those pulls and kind of go with your neckline. You could use one of these mirrors and kind of try, you know, seeing how it looks and edging it that way. You have those side mirrors, you could do that as well. I've been doing my beard for a while now, so I kind of have the idea. So what I usually do is just trust myself, make that line, look at it in the mirror with the second mirror to see if it looks good, and then touch from there. Lately, I've been liking my beard being very lightly touched in the back and giving that full look, because now it gives me that fuller look to my beard, but I just don't know if it looks as defined. So let's check it out. Looks pretty good to me. I just gotta get those hairs. Looks pretty good. I just gotta get these hairs that are hanging over. All right, looks good enough for me. Take your shaver, or whatever you got. Okay. Now we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. I mean, I like how it looks from my point of view. Just don't know how it looks from your point of view. Like it's not too sharp, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. And we'll go with it. Now we got everything lined up. Now we're gonna work to the bottom. So the way that I usually style my beard is I brush it down, right? Like that. And I kind of flare these corners out, kind of like that. To kind of give me more shape. Obviously this is long, I'm gonna clean this up. But that's how I do it to kind of fill out my face, all right? So that's how I usually do it. And then now what I'm gonna do is line up underneath it. Grab your trimmer. I like to fill out where I'm gonna go. So this part I'm gonna go pretty high up, so it's all high on my neck. This side has some more overgrowth, so we'll work. So I'm gonna start from here, meet the middle, and go this way. But if you don't want to do that, you can start from the middle, work to one side, and the opposite. But this side I wanna work on. Yeah, that looks good. Take your shaver. All right, now we're gonna do the same thing to the side. All right, so that's pretty much it. That's how we lined it up, faded it, did all that. You know, we faded the beard, faded the sideburns a little bit. We went and lined everything up. All right, so now we're gonna go and shape it up. I like the beard length it's at right now. I feel like it's pretty full, but not too long. But you know, you can see these little overgrowths right here, and then a little bit, you know, these hairs back here, like these are too long, you know, these long hairs right here, even on this side. So what we're gonna do is clean that up, all right? So what I'm gonna do, grab your clipper, we're gonna freehand, right? Use two hands for security if you're not, you know, confident or anything like that. Also, you can open the blade a little bit to give you a little bit of wiggle room if you mess up or anything like that, because the blade is open, so it takes a little bit longer until it starts cutting. But what you want to do is just make sure that blade is flat wherever angle you're going. Keep it there. Don't move it or anything like that, and just follow through. So I'm really just trying to get rid of these loose hairs right here. So we're gonna, you know, just kind of tackle those little by little. Depends all on your angle, right? So right here, from this angle when I'm looking down, I can't see that hair anymore because it's up here. But as I look up, boom, right there, I start to see it. That's where I'm gonna leave my head. And I'm just gonna come in and just kind of clean that up. Obviously, I'm the bearded barber, so I kind of went a little crazy right there. But you do the same thing, but just slower, you know. You come this way, come like this. You come this way, you know, like that. All right. And see, like these little hairs right here. All you're gonna do is put the blade on your face a little bit, or close to your face, and kind of just and get those. All right, and that's what's gonna give you those angles. All right. If you want it more round, keep your blade like this. A little bit slanted and go straight, and that'll start to curve your beard. If you want to just boxy, you know, punch straight, punch straight. That's how you get a box, right? And how do you get around this? You know, you curve. So same thing, you know. If you want a square look, just make those boxes. Look at your head, you know, put your hands and fill whatever needs to be filled, and that's what will give you that square look, all right? So if you're here and you want a more squared beard, put your hands on the side of your face, right? Okay, so as you can tell, this part's filled, right? And as I come down, and if I start connecting from my neck right here, I would have to fill all this hair in right here to give it really a square look, but I don't like it too squared. I like that roundness to it as well. So that's just a little gem for you guys. The only reason why I'm getting so close is since we faded so short right here, I want to make sure this all blended evenly. And so you can still see some spots there. You can take some scissors as well. Just kind of slowly just chip out those little dark spots. Okay, just put the blade in where the dark spot's at. Cut. That's just gonna take off those dark spots that we don't want. Okay, so this side looks good. Now let's go ahead and do this side. And right here, I can see like a little lump. This side looks a little bit more flesh. This side looks a little lumpy. What you do there, grab your 1.5 guard, the 4.5 millimeter, or the 2 guard, the 6 millimeter, and just go down with the grain. So I'm gonna go with my beard just to flatten that out. I'm gonna start with the blade open just to be safe. And what I'm doing is coming on my face, and as I touch it, I'm scooping out, going off of my face, following that same shape of my beard. I'm not digging in to my jaw and taking all that length off, okay? You wanna keep it on your face, come down, once you're kind of getting close to there. So once it feeds through these teeth, gets close to there, you're gonna hit it, you're gonna hear a crunch, and you're gonna kind of just go out, all right? You're not gonna keep going straight down. You're gonna go with your beard. All right, so I think that's pretty much it for the beard. I like how that's looking. I like the shape that it has, like the bulkiness right here. I could always pat it in too if I want to make it a little bit more tighter. I could fluff it out if I want more of a fluffier look, you know. But what I'm gonna do right now is just fluff this out and kind of just see what's uneven. So once you fluff this out, you see right here is a little bit longer than this side. Not too bad, it's honestly not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. I don't want to keep cutting it because then it's going to get shorter. I like how it looks because I have more ways to play with it. I can pat it in, I can fluff it out, and then you could, you know, go with it. I know my beard's a little bit curlier and wavy, so I could do that. If you have a straighter beard, then yeah, you have to be a little bit more precise. That's the beard fade on there. And then if you did want to take it to the next level, you could get one of these Joseph Signature Line beard pencils. And if you did mess up, or if you just want to add some fullness, like as you can tell, like right here, these little slop spots, you can go ahead and just fill those in. And what we're doing is just color matching, right? Color matching what's light, what's dark. That. I'm gonna come over here, fill this up. Whatever is dark, we're leaving. Whatever is lighter, that needs to be blended, we're blending. All right, just like that. Some light spots. Because not everyone's beard's perfect, right? There's always gonna be light spots. Even with mine, I know I went a little too much there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this. Brush that in. And there you go. Yep. But yeah, there you go. That's how you do that. A lot of you guys do ask me about which beard oil should I use, what should I use for my beard, all these different questions. I always tell you guys, beard oil, beard balm, go with Joseph Signature Line's brand, right? That is my brand. I am the owner of Joseph Signature Line. I get a lot of compliments on my beard oil and beard balms. All right, they come in 2 different scents. We got sage for the beard oil and the beard balm, and then we have vanilla mango and sage for the beard balm as well. All right, they come in both the beard oil and beard balm. When it comes to the beard oil, I like the sage one because it's very light, it's very clean, kind of like a lemony citrus smell, very light. Put that in your hand, a couple drops, just like so, right? And the beard oil is to condition your beard. It's to condition your follicle at the root level. So you put that on your fingers and you really massage underneath, all right? You're trying to get really underneath and on into your cuticles, all right, of the beard, of the follicle, all right? So you really get underneath there. That's gonna hydrate your skin because since you have so much hair on your face and the pores are getting dry, that's gonna help hydrate your beard, right? You really wanna get in there, right? After that, for the beard balm, I do recommend the vanilla mango. This is one of my top sellers. All my clients love the vanilla mango. They always ask me, hey, once I'm done with cutting their hair, like, hey, don't forget to put the vanilla mango in my beard. This one, It just smells so good, dude. That one is by far my favorite, all right? So if you do want to try it out, try the vanilla mango balm. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. Just rub that in your hands when it gets super warm. And then this one, you want to kind of get in there so you kind of get that texture and that hold in your beard, but it's more of a styling and smoothing out those areas. So what we're gonna do is kind of get on the outside a little bit, get it in there a little bit like that, fluff the beard out. And this is gonna give you, this is more like a styling product, right? It's like a pomade, a shave gel, like a hair gel. It's gonna give some hold to your beard. So if you do have like a straighter beard or a beard that's more wiry and you're trying to tame it, try using some beard balm. It'll probably help give it a little bit of some hold to it, right? After that, go back, brush it through. That, fluff it back out. And that's how I do my beard, just to give it that shape that I like. And I feel like it really helps with my beard, my face shape as well. There you have it. That's how I maintain, and that's been the kind of beard style I've been rocking lately. So if you guys have been watching my videos, this is how I get my beard to look like that in those videos. All right? And I know there's some of you, whether it's the females or anybody else out there, I know you guys are wondering, oh, this guy just trimmed everything. It's probably all over his countertops. His bathroom's a mess. Well, guess what? You're right, but let me show you something. All right, so yep, this is how my sink looks, right? It's messy. Don't want to put that down the drain because then now you're gonna get your drain clogged. So look, got all this hair on here. All right, you don't want to get a towel and, you could get a towel and smear it, but you're gonna go over 10 million times to do that. But guess what? I found this actually on TikTok, and it's a lot easier than, wiping it down, going over so many times. It is the Stubble Buddy. This thing is actually pretty cool. It's got it's like a vacuum, right, for your hair. Super cool. I saw it, I was like, damn, this would be badass. So watch, let's check it out. All right, so that was a quick cleanup. I'm done. Just gotta put my clippers away, disinfect them, clean them. But yep, YouTube, that's it. That's how I maintain my beard right now. That's how I grew my beard. This is a more in-depth video of a new updated version. I know it's been a while since I really had a beard trim video like this. So I hope you guys find this valuable. I hope you guys learned some new things. I hope you guys like that. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comment down below beard if you want to go ahead and join our free community on Instagram, where I give tips and tricks and keep you guys updated with what I'm doing with my beards and things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys like that. Comment down below of what video you want me to see next, or if there's anything that you guys have any questions about, drop them down below. Let me know how you guys like this beard fade. If this is a cool beard style, I should be rocking for a little bit. I've been liking it. So, yep. Thank you guys so much. See you guys on the next one, right? Peace.